What up, Talking Fight fans? Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Knuckle Up, featuring Mike Orr and my man Cedric Ben in the den. You know what it is. Continuation, Mayweather Promotions. It's Wednesday hump day. We got a great one for you. And we're talking about Dorian Lavish Khan Jr., a.k.a. Living Lavish, living the lifestyle. You know what it's about. And honestly, young prospect out of Mayweather Promotions. I'm telling you, he's got these prospects on lock. And here's another one in Dorian Khan Jr. Let me tell you about this kid. Pro debut already happened on actually June 6th, 2021, against Jonathan Gray, TKO in the second round. This 19-year-old Southpaw, who stands 5'9" and a half, is ranked 149 and 183 in the super feather division in the United States and 1086 out of 1512 in the world. Now, I'm telling you, they've got these kids on lock, man. Lavish Khan Jr. He was born November 2nd, 2002 in Oxton Hill, Maryland, suburb of Washington, D.C., before his parents permanently settled on Arizona as the perfect place to raise a family and nurture their three children. Growing up, Khan Jr. lived for boxing from day one. Boxing provided a sense of fulfillment that no other sport could match. As a toddler, he laced up his first pair of gloves, a gift from his late grandmother, for his second birthday. These gloves were the catalyst that spearheaded his passion for the sweet science. Cedric, what do you have to add for this kid, man?
Great boxing skills, very, very highly skilled level. Studying some of his what up, Carl from the UK? Studying some of his amateur fights, because that was his pro debut, the one that you were talking about, right?
That's right.
Nice long southpaw. Knows how to use his distance. He's very good at his distance with the footwork too. Not jumping in and out, like he just inches forward and backwards. Very similar to like Shakur Stevenson with his like judging how good he is with his distance.
Right.
So yeah, man, really looking forward to seeing this kid in the future. Especially his footwork. The one I really noticed that. And he doesn't back himself against the ropes. He'll do a sharp turn to get back to the center of the ring, right, and then stay there, as opposed to staying against the ropes where a lot of guys get trapped. So yeah, man, he's a smart boxer.
Definitely. In his pro debut, man, it was the exact kind of debut that he was looking for. This 19-year-old featherweight prospect took care of business against the winless Jonathan Gray, who was 0-4. After beating the man down for the first half of the fight, Khan then stopped him in style to pick up that win in the second round. So, guys, if you haven't had a chance, go and check out that fight, man. Honestly, check out his amateur fights. You will definitely see that this kid, he's got great ring IQ. He's got good speed, good defense. But footwork, man. Footwork, watch this. For a young kid, he's got great footwork. And, it's going to transform into a great fighter, man. This kid is definitely going to be one to watch in the future out of this camp. And honestly, I'm not surprised, because they've been pushing prospects out of this camp like a factory, man. And definitely they do have some highly skilled prospects coming out of this camp. This kid, fighting for Khan was effortless. He turned anything insight into a punching bag. No one in his family had taken up the sport prior, but his dad, Dorian Sr., was avid boxing fan who identified his son's natural ability and made it his mission to help his son explore these new talents. At just 4 years old, Khan visited his first gym. The father and son duo began their journey in the sport together, and this bond had stood at the test of time, as Dorian Sr. has taken on the role of head trainer and has guided his son's career since. With a few years of time, Khan Jr. was fully devoted to the sport, spending countless hours in the gym and at home learning the art of boxing and further developing his skill set in preparation for the start of his career. They would also take trips to Las Vegas to work with other coaches and fighters, including the late great former two-time world champion and renowned trainer, Roger Black Mamba Mayweather, in search of experience that would enhance Khan's skill set. Khan participated in his first amateur match at the age of 8, the minimum age allowed for competition in the U.S. Not long after it became apparent that he was levels above the rest of his competition and easily climbed his way to the top of the division rankings. Throughout his amateur career, Khan captured 13 national championships, creating a gratifying resume that included wins, back-to-back silver Golden Gloves national champions, PAA national championships, title national championships, and the USA Boxing Western Qualifying Nationals. Khan Jr. also took advantage of a rare opportunity to compete in the Monkston International Box Cup in Dublin, Ireland, where he received a silver medal. And at the end of his time in the amateurs, Khan had notched up 135 wins as a decorated amateur and was number 2 ranked youth male at 123. So, guys, be on the lookout for this kid. He's got the right people backing him. Definitely going to be one to watch. Shout out to Carl, our man from Last Bell Boxing. Yes, the hotbed of boxing. Yes, Carl. Get him over the border and get the pen out, Mike. Definitely. We'd love to see these kids eventually get over the border and get those pens out, man, because you know what? They have the ability to fight on that international stage. They are under wraps right now. They're slowly being developed because you know what? They are young, man. They got a long time to go in this division. All these guys we've been talking about this week are the same. They are these young, talented, hungry, undefeated, up-and-coming amateurs that have turned into prospects that have just started their pro career. So you know what? Only time will tell how good these guys actually are. You know what? Mayweather will definitely get some good competition in front of him. I can't wait to see this kid back in the ring. You know what it is, man. Guys, continuation tomorrow, Thursday, Mayweather Promotions and their stable of prospects. We'll be touching on it. Cedric, you got anything to say before we get out of here today?
No, man, just pay attention to this kid's footwork. I try to pay attention to the small details. Boxing is a very simple sport. All you have to throw is your right hand and your left hand. So you got to look at the finer details that make these athletes different. So with Mr. Khan, Mr. Dorian Khan Jr., I keep wanting to say Dorian Yates, like the great bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I just keep wanting to say that by accident. Dorian Khan Jr. He, even though he's a little guy, let's say he hits like Dorian Yates, same
definitely,
size as Dorian Yates.
Definitely. So, guys, be on the lookout for this kid, man. Dorian, living lavish, Khan Jr. You heard it here. Mike Orr at 4 with my man Cedric Ben in the den, bringing you those young, hungry, undefeated, undiscovered prospects from around the world. The only channel out here doing this. Thanks for everybody who dropped comments. Yo, Carl, shout out to you. We'll see you Thursday for your show. Yes, guys, if you haven't yet, check it out. Last Bell Boxing Thursdays. Great show, man. And if you haven't yet, fans, hit up talkinfight.com, hit that subscribe, get that membership, get your chance for some exclusive content. And we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same channel, new prospect, knuckle up.